In this video, I've got another folio from Decision Games I'm going to look at called Arnhem, the Farthest Bridge. And I think this wasn't one of the most well-received of the group. And it came out in the first batch of Fire and Movement games, and the rules could be a little bit clearer and some bugs could be taken out of them. But since I'm playing solitaire, what I decided to do was to take the original Arnhem game from the West Wall system, and I'm melding some of the rules from the original game into this one. I mean, it's essentially the same game, but I'm melding the rules in, although I'm going with the newer victory conditions, which basically is, if the Allies can get one unit in Arnhem at any time, then the best the Germans can do is get a draw. And if we can control the hexes of Arnhem, then the Allies will win. So if we can't get any units in there, well, I guess the Germans win. So that's what I'm going to do with this game. I'm not sure. It's kind of an experiment, so we'll see how it plays out and if I have fun or not. Let's go down to the map. So in the first turn of the game, the Allies start, and essentially they are going to be landing their 3 different divisions on the landing points. And of course, the landing points are preset by the game, but you have the choice as the player to try to land within, 7 hexes of that supply location. So initially, the 101st Airborne has probably one of the easier landings. I didn't really lose too many units there. But the 82nd Airborne landed closer to the enemy, and there was some damage during the landing because they landed in zones of control. And likewise, the 1st Parachute of the British, they landed very close to Arnhem. However, they also suffered some losses because they landed in woods. Then I moved the 101st Airborne into positions to kind of defend, to keep the road open from Eindhoven toward Arnhem, to protect it from any incursions from the German forces. Then the 82nd Airborne, which landed near Nijmegen, maneuvers to surround the lone German infantry battalion that's blocking that bridge. Then the 1st Airborne started marching toward Arnhem, but they really didn't come into contact with the enemy yet, and the Germans really need to keep all Allied units out of Arnhem. There's really only one combat on the first part of the turn, and that was the 82nd Airborne at Nijmegen, and they had the one German unit to attack there, and it resulted in an exchange. So the German unit flipped, and one of the 82nd Airborne units was eliminated. It had already been damaged from its wayward landing. Then we go on to the German part of the turn. The German player gets some reinforcements this turn. They're coming in from all over the place, now that news of the paradrops have come in. So some minimal effort is put forth to defend around Eindhoven, and because that's where the 30 Corps is going to be coming in. And then there's also some maneuvering in the vicinity of Arnhem to kind of close that area off as the main source of the defense. And of course, we know in the victory conditions, the best that the Germans can do is a draw if the Allies ever get one unit in Arnhem, even for a second. So that's kind of what I did. It was pretty much defensive posturing, and I'm not sure if I want to make any attacks as the Germans yet. So I guess I will decide to attack up near Eindhoven. I decided to have 2 infantry battalions attack one of the 101st Airborne battalions, and it ended up getting a fairly good result, and it forced it to retreat toward its headquarters. So I suppose that's somewhat of a success. Also, as the Germans, I decided to launch one other attack. I had 2 infantry battalions attack one of the 82nd Airborne infantry battalions, and there was no effect. So neither side had any support to use after that initial series of battles. So anyway, that brings an end to turn 1 in Arnhem. Stay tuned if you'd like to see more.